You may be wondering how I ended up here. The Mavic Air 2 has a follow system, which is great if you're trying to get a movie with some sort of action and movement in it. I had it in normal mode and it was having a hard time keeping up with my friend's car since the Tesla is rather quick. The Mavic Air 2 recommended that I switch it from normal to sport mode. By switching it to sport mode, it was having a hard time following and keeping up, and eventually it lost the object and took a nosedive. Two things that I learned from this. Number one, you want to keep the controller in normal mode, not sport mode, as it does not have object avoidance in sport mode. I ran into a tree while we were filming as well. The other thing that I learned is that the drone goes off of the elevation of where you are too, not just how far you are off of the ground. So the drone was at too high of an elevation, and when it maxed out, that's when it ended up taking the fall. That was the first time that I had ever crashed the drone before. Needless to say, I was a little bit worried. Came back and took a look at it. The Mavic Air 2 is a tank, ended up taking the crash like a champ. It had some scratches underneath the camera, but other than that, it ended up being okay, and we were able to end up shooting and finishing the video. It ended up being a pretty epic video. We're doing a listing video for some upcoming land for sale for one of my colleagues. And here's some of the finished product, which will be being released on my channel tomorrow. Click the icon to subscribe to more content from living in Monterey, California.